This story will continue with Zamasu clashing with Golden Frieza. The two will clash knees before Frieza tries to punch Zamasu, and the punch actually connects because Frieza is way faster than Zamasu, so the god will be set back, but he'll catch himself. But Frieza will already be rushing at him, but Zamasu was able to block the attack before trying to kick Frieza. But the Frost Emperor will dodge the attack and kick Zamasu away, and the god will once again catch himself. But Zamasu would wonder what to do because Frieza is way faster than him, and Frieza might be a little stronger as well. But Zamasu, being deep in thought, will be death beamed by Frieza. As the death beam pierces his chest, the god would spit out blood, and the Emperor will laugh, saying the god was a good appetizer, but he's only really interested in the sands. Zamasu would almost fall, but Zamasu would think Frieza is the kind of mortal he hates. He cannot lose now. And also, while Zamasu is thinking this, Gohan would use telepathy, which he was able to learn thanks to his training with Zamasu, and Gohan would tell Zamasu that Frieza might be stronger and faster, but Zamasu is better skilled and has more abilities. And Zamasu's eyes would widen. Gohan is right. The god would thank Gohan before his power surges, pushing Frieza back, and sending dust and debris everywhere. Frieza would laugh. What is this wannabe god doing now? Is he trying to act like he has a resolve up or something? Frieza would rush at Zamasu, not fazed by Zamasu staying in the fight at all, but Zamasu was able to Kai away before punching Frieza away, sending Frieza flying. The Emperor will catch himself, saying that was a fluke, as he tries to attack Zamasu once again, and this attack does land, but Zamasu would get back up and tell Frieza he's a strong mortal, but he'll tell Frieza that he's also a bad mortal who deserves to die. Frieza would laugh. He died once and came back. That'll just happen again. But Zamasu would tell Frieza, not if he has a power to go to Otherworld and kill him in just a few seconds. Frieza would hear this and would be confused. There's no way. Zamasu has that kind of power, but he doesn't want to take that chance. The thought of this nobody killing him is infuriating Frieza, so the Emperor will rush at Zamasu. But the god will use Kai before sending multiple ki blasts at Frieza. The Emperor will clash with death beams, but Zamasu would Kai in front of Frieza, punching Frieza in the stomach, stopping his attack before Kai-Kaiing out of the way, as Frieza is hit by the ki blast Zamasu sent at him. But Frieza would swipe the dust away with a death beam, but would be shocked as he sees Zamasu with a giant ki blast above him. Zamasu would send the attack at Frieza, but the Emperor will send his own death ball at the attack, as there is a huge ki struggle, with both struggling to push the other attack back. But Frieza would get an idea to use his speed to his advantage, as he stops putting power into the death ball, and dodges the attack, punching Zamasu in the gut, before kneeing the god in the stomach, then uppercutting Zamasu into the air. The god would be very injured. These attacks hurt, but Zamasu would get an idea, sweeping Frieza's leg. The Emperor will try to death beam Zamasu, but the god would slash at Frieza's arm with a ki sword. The Emperor will yell in agony, as his eye is bloodshot, saying, "How dare Zamasu?" But before he was able to say anything, he smashed to the ground with a caution block. Frieza would struggle to get up, barely being able to, as his golden form fades because he isn't able to keep it up because of his stamina. Zamasu would fly to the ground and tell Frieza he told him this is how the match will end. Frieza would try to destroy Earth, but Zamasu would fire a Big Bang attack at Frieza, killing the Emperor. So now the day is saved. But Vegeta would run to Zamasu, yelling at him, saying how dare he use his move to kill Frieza. How disrespectful is that? Like, come on, if that attack was going to be used, at least let him kill Frieza. He definitely wouldn't have wasted time and had the Earth be destroyed, right? Zamasu would tell Vegeta that it was just convenient, since he could send the attack out fast. Vegeta would then ask Zamasu, how did he learn the attack anyways? Zamasu would tell Vegeta that he's seen it in their training sessions, and practiced it in secret. Vegeta would scoff, but secretly smirks. Now we'll get into the Universe 6 tournament, with the setup being the same, except for the events taking place on the Supreme Kai's world, because Gohan thought that it would be a good idea to bond with the God of Destruction and Angel for their survival. So Shin invited Beerus and Whis for a lunch, but Champa and Vados will find Beerus, and the gods will have a short match before Goku suggests the tournament. And well, Universe 7 already has their team, Goku, Vegeta, Gohan, Zamasu, and Buu. And because Buu is training with Gohan and Zamasu, he's way smarter so he's actually able to participate in the tournament. But now the tournament will begin, with everyone passing the written exam, and Majin Buu will be up first. And actually, Buu would destroy most of the Universe 6 team. Buu has been training with Super Saiyan 3, Gods, and Zamasu, so Buu would defeat Botamo, Frost, Vegeta, and Kaba, with Kaba unfortunately not being able to learn Super Saiyan, because Buu is not a Saiyan. But Buu does learn the Majin Gallic Gun. But things will change when Hit steps into the arena. Buu would be very confident since he just took out 4 fighters with ease, so he wouldn't think much of Hit, and would ask the assassin if he should hold back, but the assassin will not say anything. And Buu will ask Hit if he'll say anything, but Hit will continue to be silent. So Buu would be annoyed as he rushes at Hit, but the assassin will use time skip to dodge the attack and hit Buu, sending him flying. Everyone will be shocked, but Zamasu would notice something. He doesn't know that Hit is skipping time, but he still feels off. Majin Buu and Hit will continue to fight, but Hit will still toss around Majin Buu, and they'll be confirmed that Hit is skipping time. And this kinda pisses Zamasu off, another mortal he doesn't like, because this mortal is actually skipping time, which mortals should not be doing. Buu will be eliminated, and because Zamasu is enraged by Hit skipping time, he won't hear his name being called to fight Hit. So Goku would run and jump into the arena, crashing his head into it before Goku pulls his head out of the arena. So Goku would take Zamasu's spot, and everybody wouldn't mind this, so the battle would begin like normal, with Goku starting in his base form, and leveling up to Super Saiyan, then Super Saiyan God. But Goku would soon go Super Saiyan Blue, and even uses times 10 on top of that. And because Hit battled Buu before, Goku doesn't really struggle against Hit. There is still a struggle there, yes. However, since Hit already battled Majin Buu, he is kinda tired now. Even though Majin Buu didn't really put up much of a challenge, it did take a while for Hit to defeat Buu. And because of that, it leaves him tired for Goku to actually defeat Hit. So Universe 7 wins the Super Dragon Balls, and Beerus decides to revive Shop Reserve. So everyone goes back to Earth, but Hit using time skip is still on Zamasu's mind. He's still unhappy with the thought of Hit using time skip. In the future timeline, Trunks would find himself face to face with a new threat, but it's not Goku this time. Trunks is running away from. It's someone who Trunks doesn't recognize. Trunks manages to go back into the main timeline, but this time, he doesn't attack anyone, since this threat isn't someone he recognizes. Bulma will call Beerus and Whis to bring Goku, Vegeta, Gohan, Buu, and Zamasu, so Trunks will power up just enough for Goku and the others to arrive. The 5 fighters will then learn about the threat that Trunks is facing, and Goku would ask Trunks to describe the threat. And once Trunks gives them a description, the 5 will look at each other. They know who this is, but why is he there? Goku will tell Trunks that the threat he is facing is Hit. He's someone they fought not too long ago, but they don't know why Hit is now going after Trunks. But speaking of Hit, he appears on Earth, with everyone being shocked to see Hit, but he looks a little different. Goku would try to step up to battle Hit, but Vegeta would stop Goku. He was able to fight Hit before, so now it's his turn. Goku will say that's fair, so Vegeta will fly up to Hit and tells the assassin he doesn't know why he's going after his son, but since he hurt his son, he is going to pay. So Vegeta will power up into Super Saiyan 2 before he rushes at Hit, and the battle begins, with Hit just tossing around Vegeta, thanks to Hit's time skip. So Vegeta will power up into Super Saiyan Blue, but Vegeta is still not able to defeat Hit. It's like Hit's gotten way stronger since the Universe 6 tournament. Vegeta will be hit in the heart with a time skip attack, and Vegeta will spit out blood before falling to the ground. Goku and Trunks will look up to Hit in rage as they prepare to battle, as they power up into Super Saiyan 2 and Super Saiyan Blue respectively. But as they do so, Hit is sucked back into a portal to the future timeline. Zamasu and Buu will heal Vegeta, and thankfully, he is healed before he died. Okay, this threat is serious. Vegeta almost died in this encounter with Hit, but Beerus and Whis would approach the group, saying that Hit might not actually be the threat they're looking for. The group will be confused. What do they mean? The person they fought wasn't Hit. Beerus and Whis will tell the group that Hit had a time ring and a Potara. Zamasu would say he also saw that, but he just thought that Hit killed the Supreme Kai of Universe 6 and an extension killed Champa. Beerus would say that even though it would make sense that could have happened, Since his brother is a fool who barely does his job, Vados would have appeared by now explaining to Whis what happened. Zamasu would tell Beerus that him calling his brother a lazy god is kind of hypocritical, since Beerus also barely does his job. But this will get Zamasu yelled at by Beerus. The god will think of destroying Zamasu for that disrespect. Beerus will calm down, knowing they'll need Zamasu to defeat this person that everyone will call Hit Black. Everyone will then think of a plan, as Zamasu would think. Since that imposter of Hit, who was fighting Vegeta, isn't Hit, they should go see him. And Beerus and Whis will think that's a good idea. So Beerus and Whis will tell Zamasu he's coming with them to Universe 6, and Zamasu will agree. So that leaves a group of Goku, Vegeta, Boo, Gohan, and Trunks. And Trunks will say he'll make sure this Hit imposter pays. And Vegeta will get an idea. If it's power Trunks wants, then he should obtain the God form. Goku would ask if they're using the ritual, but Vegeta will call Goku an idiot and say no, they're going to make Trunks train for it, using the Room of Spirit and Time. Goku will agree, saying he guesses that'll help Trunks, and Goku will ask Gohan if he'll join them, but Gohan will say no, he has another plan. The three will blast off, and Gohan will tell Boo he's going to train with Piccolo, and asks Boo if he's coming, and Boo will say yeah. So Gohan and Boo will go train with Piccolo, while Goku and Vegeta goes to the time chamber to train Trunks to attain God Ki, while also training themselves.